The hills of Los Angeles are burning. Two massive wildfires, the Palisades fire and the Eaton fire, have been tearing through the landscape. The destruction is immense. Thousands of acres have been scorched. The Palisades fire is currently at 23,713 acres. It is only 31% contained. The Eaton fire is smaller, burning through 14,117 acres. It is 65% contained. Together, these fires have consumed a staggering 38,600 acres. The battle to contain these infernos continues. Firefighters are working day and night. The situation remains critical. The Santa Ana winds whip up the flames, making the fire unpredictable and dangerous. The dry conditions fuel the fire's hunger. It spreads rapidly, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. These fires serve as a stark reminder. The threat of wildfires is a constant reality in California. Climate change is exacerbating these conditions. Droughts are more severe, temperatures are rising. This creates a tinderbox-like environment. It only takes a spark to ignite a catastrophe. The fires have forced over 170,000 people from their homes. The evacuation orders came swiftly. Residents fled with little more than the clothes on their backs. The images are heartbreaking. Families huddled in shelters, their faces etched with worry and uncertainty. While some evacuation orders for the Palisades fire have been lifted, many remain displaced. The return home will be bittersweet. For some, there will be nothing left but ashes and debris. The human cost of these fires is immeasurable. At least 27 fatalities have been reported. Each loss represents a life cut short, a family torn apart. The emotional toll on evacuees is immense. The trauma of displacement, the loss of belongings, and the fear for loved ones weigh heavily. The road to recovery will be long and arduous. The community mourns the lives lost. They offer support to those who have lost everything. The aftermath of the fires is a scene of utter devastation. Homes have been reduced to rubble. Charred trees stand like skeletal remains. The landscape is scarred, a stark reminder of nature's fury. The fires have left a path of destruction in their wake. It's not just the visible damage that's concerning. Hidden dangers lurk beneath the surface. Hazardous materials pose a serious threat. Asbestos from damaged buildings can contaminate the air. Contaminated water is another concern. Runoff from the fire can carry toxins into the water supply. Landslides are a risk in the fire-stricken areas. The burned vegetation leaves the soil vulnerable to erosion. The full extent of the damage is still being assessed. It will take months, if not years, to rebuild. The recovery process will be long and challenging, but the spirit of resilience is strong. The community is determined to rebuild their lives and their city. Amidst the devastation, there is a glimmer of hope. Rebuilding plans are underway. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass has announced a comprehensive strategy. The focus is on creating a more resilient city. Steve Soboroff, a prominent figure in Los Angeles, is leading the rebuilding efforts. His experience and leadership will be crucial in navigating the challenges ahead. The plan emphasizes fire-resistant construction. New buildings will be built with materials that can withstand the intense heat of wildfires. Hardening infrastructure is another priority. This includes strengthening power lines and improving water management systems. The goal is to create a city that is better prepared for future disasters. The rebuilding process will be an opportunity to learn from the past. It will be a chance to create a safer and more resilient Los Angeles. The road ahead is long, but the city is determined to rebuild stronger than ever before. Section 5. Justice and Accountability. Legal battles and safety measures. As the dust settles, the focus shifts to accountability and prevention. 8 individuals are facing charges related to the fires. These charges include arson and looting. The authorities are determined to hold those responsible accountable for their actions. Lawsuits have been filed against Southern California Edison. The suits allege that the company's equipment mismanagement sparked the Eaton fire. This has ignited a debate about corporate responsibility and the role of utilities in preventing wildfires. To protect vulnerable residents, a curfew is in effect from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in certain areas. This measure aims to prevent looting and ensure the safety of those who have been displaced. Governor Newsom has issued an order banning evictions for residents hosting wildfire victims. This order provides temporary relief to those who have opened their homes to those in need. Authorities are cracking down on insurance fraud. They are working to protect wildfire victims from becoming victims again. Breathing in the aftermath, health concerns linger. The fires may be subsiding, but health concerns linger in the air, literally. The air quality in Los Angeles remains poor. The fires have released a toxic cocktail of pollutants into the atmosphere. Residents are advised to wear N95 masks to protect themselves from harmful particles. Experts warn that standard air quality indexes may not capture all hazardous particles released by wildfires. These particles can penetrate deep into the lungs, causing respiratory problems. Hazmat teams are monitoring for dangerous chemicals in the air and water. They are working to identify and mitigate potential health risks. Residents are urged to stay informed about air quality updates. They should take necessary precautions to protect themselves and their families. The long-term health effects of wildfire smoke are still being studied. However, it is clear that exposure to these pollutants can have serious consequences. A wave of support, from celebrities to sports teams. In times of crisis, the human spirit shines through. The Los Angeles community has come together to support those affected by the wildfires. Donations have poured in from across the country and around the world. Celebrities have used their platforms to raise awareness and funds for fire relief efforts. Sports teams, including the NFL and the LA Rams, have stepped up to provide support. They are offering financial assistance, resources, and words of encouragement. Local businesses have also shown their generosity. They are donating food, water, clothing, and other essential items to evacuees and first responders. The outpouring of support is a testament to the city's spirit of unity and compassion. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. The generosity of strangers is helping to ease the burden for those who have lost so much. The spirit of Los Angeles community resilience shines through. The Los Angeles wildfires of January 2025 have been a stark reminder of the power of nature and the importance of community. Amidst the devastation, the resilience of the human spirit shines through. Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers offering comfort, and first responders working tirelessly to protect lives and property. The fires may have scorched the land, but they have not extinguished the spirit of Los Angeles. The city has faced adversity before, and it will rise again stronger and more united. The recovery process will be long and challenging, but the community is determined to rebuild. They will draw strength from their shared experiences, their unwavering spirit, and the knowledge that they are not alone in this journey. The fires have tested the limits of human resilience, but they have also revealed the depth of human compassion. Navigating the road to recovery resources for fire victims. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, but there are resources available to help fire victims navigate this challenging time. The City of Los Angeles has established a dedicated website and hotline to provide information and assistance to those affected by the wildfires. The Red Cross and other relief organizations are offering shelter, food, clothing, and emotional support to evacuees. Mental health services are available for those struggling to cope with the trauma of the fires. Financial assistance programs can help residents with housing, rebuilding, and other essential needs. It is important for fire victims to know that they are not alone. There are people and organizations ready to help them through every step of the recovery process. By accessing these resources and supporting one another, the community can begin to heal and rebuild their lives.